Hit that interview music. And we're live. Finally. I've been looking forward to for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. From Chasing Prophecy, we have Jennie with us. How are you doing, Jennie?
I'm doing well, thanks.
I have been watching your show for quite a while. And I love the source material you guys get. You had last week, you had a gentleman who had dealt with Ouija boards, and I'm like, I'm cringing at that because I've heard some stories myself. So
yeah, it's scary stuff.
It's horrifying stuff. Yes. So what was it that made you decide you wanted to do a paranormal interview type show?
Podcast. Well, it was back in 2018, right before the pandemic started, and I'm an author. I wrote a lot of books. I was a MUFON field investigator, and I just thought this would be a great way to connect with people who share the same views. You know, I wouldn't say paranormal, anything beyond the scope of normal. Okay, so anything like that. That's what basically got me into it. And like I said, I was a field investigator for MUFON, and I don't know, I thought it'd be a great way to connect.
So you have been a field investigator for MUFON.
Hmm.
That's impressive. Holy crap. So out of all the paranormal things, obviously there's a lot: aliens, ghosts, cryptids. The new one now is transdimensional, or as they call it, what is it? The Mandela effect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Out of all that, what would you say you believe in the most, where you're like 100% that's real? That has to be real.
I believe in the super, like when I say the supernatural, I mean like interdimensional phenomena, portals, UFOs, aliens, UAPs, all that extra, terrestrials. I believe they're right here with us. I mean, I believe they're right here on Earth. And so pretty much, I think that of all of them, well, Bigfoot, I know there's something in the woods, in the forests, the national parks. I know that by following, David Paulides and the Missing 411. I totally believe that there's something that is a creature. Is he from Earth? Is he from another dimension? Or is he from outer space? Or he's just some kind of, DNA genetic government mess up. So those are the things I pretty much.
Yeah. Bigfoot's really interesting because it's, for me, I believe in a lot of it. I believe in UFOs. I don't like calling them UAPs. I'm like, oh, that's a nerd name.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, we would call them UFOs. Call them what we call them, But I believe it. I've also been a ghost hunter. I've been a paranormal investigator. That was a lot of fun, and I miss doing that.
Yeah.
I would honestly say some of the scariest moments in my life was ghost hunting, because we had a lot happen to us, and it was like, I looked at it from a skeptical point of view, and I'm like, there's no way I can explain how this happened or that happened.
Yeah.
We had one investigation we did here in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
We did the Havana Gym, and me and my good friend Jason Wilhite were down in the basement. It's like a gymnasium that they turned into a YMCA.
Oh, okay.
And they had all these old wooden doors with hinges on them and padlocks. And we would have to take the padlocks off to go in the room and look. And I put one in my pocket, one upstairs, put on the stage, just left it there. We're downstairs. We had just debunked something that people claim they'd see. They'd see a person in a doorway, but when you look at the paint, the gray and white paint in a trash can, you'd realize it's just the trash can reflecting off the paint. You're seeing a shadow. And we went to go walk into probably one of the most, what they claim was the most active room in the entire facility, which was a tumbler room. And about that time, we hear what bang real hard. That padlock I had upstairs somehow went from upstairs downstairs and hit the wall right next to us.
That's crazy.
Scared the hell out of me. And Bao had a heart attack right there. I went pale white, and we're like trying to figure out how it happened, why it happened. It's like, but that's like just one of the things we've had. And as far as like Bigfoot goes, you talk to all the people who see Bigfoot and they believe in
Yeah.
it. I can't, because everybody talks about it, and I'm like, surely there's a body. Somebody's found a body, and Bigfoot's also been hoaxed way too much.
But don't you think that if it's going in and out of dimensional portals, is you're not going to see it? It has that ability to go in and out. So that's the reason why I still believe it could be possible because I've seen too many weird stuff in the forest, the woods.
Uh huh.
And my niece, who worked for the National Park Yellowstone, her job was to gather the trail camps and take them off and download what's on there. And she saw this. It, it looked like it was Bigfoot, or
Mm-hmm.
some people think it was a ET of some sort because it had the skull, like the front, so the frontal forehead was so like curved and big, but she saw that you could see the eyes, and that was really creepy. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, I follow missing 411, and I listen to David Politis all the time. I wish I could get him on the show. It's really his PR. I talked to his PR people once back in 2019, and it was just so much to go through all these hoops to get on. So, um, but I believe all the stories that these people. There's too many weird events, and people they haven't seen. There's some videos that they actually seen, but it was mostly
Mm-hmm.
they heard the creature. It makes these weird sounds, and there's like more than one. It's like they communicate with each other, so it's like a family, like a tribe. So I don't know.
I don't know. It's a weird. The big theory is that it kind of explains like Loch Ness and all these
Mm.
other cryptids people see, is the transdimensional stuff. You're seeing rifts in time, and these creatures, you know, come through and then somehow fade. It's like the argument is what happens at Skinwalker is kind of similar to what's happening around the world. It's just for some reason in Skinwalker it
Yeah.
apparently happens more. So, but I mean, it's an interesting concept. I mean, I don't know. Bigfoot is one of those things. My co-host Bubba, 100%, hands down. We have had arguments. We've had literal. He will send me anything and say that's Bigfoot, and it's like, no, it's not
Some
Bigfoot.
of them are really well. You can't really tell what is real anymore, especially with AI. I mean, I can tell the difference between AI and, but some people who aren't knowledgeable of AI might not be able to see it. And there's so many fake stuff out there. I mean, it's almost impossible unless you know what to look for. It's getting better and better,
Oh yeah,
so it's kind of hard to differentiate between what is real, what is not.
yeah. What you were with MUFON?
Hmm.
What would you say? Can I ask you what was probably the one case you saw or experienced that stuck out in your head as in, holy crap, this is bigger than I thought it would be?
One that will stay with me because it's not far from where I live. It was a shrapnel, so like yard, and the family. What they did was people would bring metals, all kind of metals, and they recycled them. And there was a family. They lived right by the shrapnel yard. Their house was situated like from the next lot,
Mm-hmm.
and the wife is the one who contacted me. There's a husband and wife, and then they have three kids, and she contacted me so upset that she couldn't even breathe while she told the story. And, of course, I'm interested now, and she's telling me the story that one night she and her family were in the living room. The kids were off doing whatever they were doing. And her husband were just sitting watching television. And she just felt like an uneasy feeling, like, went over her body. Like she just felt uneasy and felt like something is not right.
Mm-hmm.
Her hearing changed. Like, I don't know if you've ever had that feeling where your ears feel like all of a sudden you hear something real loud and then it goes to a dim, like a low hum.
Yeah, like your ears popping.
Yeah, so she was something like that. So she went outside and she went in her yard. It was pitch black, but there was a few stars out. It was a clear night. It wasn't cloudy. It wasn't raining. There wasn't no fog. And she said she looked up at the sky and she saw this triangular design. She didn't call it a ship or anything. It was just like sort of, how when you see Starlink, it was sort of like that, but it was triangular.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't see like if there was a solid mass in the middle. And she went out, she's looking up at the sky, and all of a sudden she said she felt like she wasn't there anymore. Like she was watching herself, like it was an out of body experience. And she said her hearing, everything, all her senses was changed. And she didn't know if she was awake anymore or if she was, asleep. And she got so like, how would she explained it? Like she felt like the energy just was sucked out of her. And she was so tired. And she went inside and she told her husband, "You have to come out here. Something's crazy in the sky. You have to come out." It was right over the shrapnel yard. So he went outside and he's looking up at the sky. And he just stood there and looked at the sky, she said. He just stood there. And she's like she's talking to him, but he's not comprehending what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And so she felt, and then all of a sudden it started happening to her, and him at the same time. And then before you know it, the whole family's outside having the same experience. She said she doesn't remember going back into the house and laying down on the couch. They all went back inside, and they went in the living room, and they just like kind of collapsed until the next morning. She said she does not know what happened in between that time and to the time she was on the couch. So this happened like 3 nights in a row. And then every time she felt like she was sick, like all her energy was taken out of her. And
hang on, this happened 3 nights in a row?
3 nights
oh my God.
I know. And she said that she went outside and she like after she contacted me, and she said she didn't see anything, didn't hear anything. She said, but she feels different. She doesn't feel like she's the same person she was when this happened. But she drew pictures of what she saw. And to me, what I can remember, because I'm not a field investigator, I don't have record privy to any of that stuff anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But the drawing looks like one of those Phoenix lights, but not as big. But the lights, to me, the lights remind me of the Starlink, and Starlink was not even invented then. This is in 2012, so it's not. It couldn't have been anything like that. So we went up there, and I talked to her, and we still stay in contact every once in a while, and she'll tell me nothing has happened. But going back to that incident in Murraysville, Pennsylvania, there's a old coal mine shed.
Mm-hmm.
And they see these. There's an Allison Cruz. You can look her up on YouTube. She has all these videos. And she said all these, they start out looking like helicopters, and then they morph into this weird object. And they hover over this area that used to be a coal mine. And she doesn't know what they're taking from there. Was there anything else down in this mine? But this went on for years, and she has video. If you Google her or go on YouTube, you'll see the videos, and they're really fascinating.
How do you spell her last name? Allison, Cruze?
Kruse, Allison.
Allison Cruz. Okay, Krus.
Yeah, and it was in Murraysville, Pennsylvania. Now I went down there. I've never seen anything, but I remember one night, because we all live in the same area. Now it's like a triangle sort of, because there's the old shrapnel in Jeanette, Pennsylvania. Then you have Murraysville, and then you have where I live. And it's like a triangle. And one night I was outside with my dog, and I seen this light. they didn't have drones back when I did this. I mean,
Right.
they didn't have that. And this object came so close to me that my dog ran inside. So I don't know what that was, but it, and when I moved my hometown, I live out by Bushy Run Battlefield. I don't know if you know anything about the Bushy Run, but that's on 993 in Westmoreland County. But there's a lot of strange stuff that happen around that area. It's called the Chestnut Ridge.
Yep.
I'm sure you've heard of it. Stan Gordon.
Mm-hmm. You're up by that location?
Yeah. That's where I'm from, the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area.
So you are like smack dab in one of probably the biggest hot spots.
Yeah, Chestnut Ridge is really a hot spot. That's where Kecksburg was.
Yeah.
I don't know if you believe in that. There's a lot of people. John Ventry thinks he debunked it. So
I don't think he debunked it. It just Kecksburg was such an interesting case. And the way I don't agree with how they explained it. It's like, yeah, it could make sense, but it does not explain how it got there or why there was such a military presence there so fast.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Is this, I'm going to pull up this YouTube channel. Is this Allison's channel here by chance?
I believe so. Yeah, that's when I was a field investigator. Yeah.
All right. So this is the latest one that she put up. She quit putting them up. Shout out to Allison Cruz, by the way.
Yeah, she quit doing it. MUFON gave her a big, they weren't very kind to her.
It's a shame.
She had some really high tech equipment, and they didn't have anything like that. And I don't know if there was a ego thing with them.
Yeah, it looks like a pair of car headlights, but you'll see a weird blinking light right there in the center.
Yeah, but there was a lot of different ones. They turned out, like I said, they morphed. They were like helicopters, and they didn't have drones. Did they have drones that could do that back then?
No, not back then. Back then in 2011, drones were like barely in the infancy stage. And if you look right there, it just morphed, like you said, into what looks like a triangular craft with 3 lights and a light in the middle. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, and she got tons of it. And I don't know what happened to her. She just kind of, I don't know. Like I said, she was a business. She had a construction company too, so she was doing a lot of stuff. But the triangular, sort of like gap. But when I don't recall her name. I can't say her name anyways. She said it didn't make any noise. It was completely silent.
And see right there, it just went flat. So now it's almost like a singular line. What? That is so crazy. That is not a drone, especially back then.
Yeah.
Drones back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Drones back then, you had military drones back in 2011. That would have been the infancy. And back then, you could tell what a drone was because you could see them. They were large. They had, 2 lights on them.
Yeah.
And that was it. That I can tell you for that time period, that's not a drone.
Yeah, it was a crazy time. And I know MUFON, Fred Sicola gave her such a hard time. And that's one of the reasons why I left MUFON, because they had an issue with I don't want to, it's political stuff, but I don't want to go there. But, it was one of the reasons why I left, because one of the reasons why how they treated her. I don't know. I believed her sightings, and I don't know if they were just jealous that they couldn't afford the equipment that she had,
Right. Jealous that she was getting all these amazing shots and evidence.
Yeah,
and they're
amazing. Yeah, they didn't have any.
That I get aggravated with that, because it's like, if they're getting great evidence and they're getting great material about what they're seeing, what's being reported, then they're doing a good job. Don't punish them, promote them, and maybe have them come into like a teacher role to teach the rest of the field. Look, you having trouble capturing a UFO? Well, here's how you do it. Have you seen the recent UAP hearing from Washington on Monday?
Yeah, I talked about that on the show last week.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and that missile.
Oh my God. So now we know that they have a way to, their technology out trumps our
Oh my
technology.
God, yeah.
And yeah, that's terrifying. That's War of the Worlds type shit. And it's,
And they don't, they're just not talking about it, and they're not doing anything about it, and they make us feel like all these footage that people get is not real, and like we're crazy, and then they threaten the whistleblowers. They lose their jobs and everything, and I'm glad they're trying to give them more protection.
mm-hmm.
But I really don't think anything really other than those videos that we've already known. We've in our area, we've already seen it. We know that. So it's nothing new to us. And
Yeah, the orb situation. Everybody wants to call them orbs or drones. I call them UFOs. It's like you don't know what it is, but
yeah,
it
plasma, whatever you
it
call
could
it.
be a source of plasma, a
Mhm.
solid object. I don't know, but the video, and I'll go ahead and pull it up for our audience to see too, and your audience as well. But it's so, I don't know what do you make of it?
The orbs.
Yeah.
The- I don't know because the orbs to me could be. Now we're going into a whole different ball game. They're not UFOs and not UAPs. We're talking other paranormal entities. Now, I believe orbs are spirits. Some people believe they're angels.
Mm-hmm.
Some people believe they're demons. So, and some people believe they're all interchangeable, and the aliens and the are angels and demons. So, like, you know what I mean? It's like I don't know, plasmoids.
What was that movie? Nope, where it's an entity that lives up in the atmosphere. That's what they claim it was, atmospheric beasts or something.
Mm,
I've heard that one
I don't
before.
know. Well, I believe spirits are could be orbs because my mother once, when she was young, she was in our game room at home.
Uh
And she
huh.
saw this huge. She said it looked like a big soap bubble that was huge, and it came towards her, and she felt peace and calm, and she thought it was her mother. So, I don't know, but if they're in the sky, they may be. We're going into spirituality. There might be angels and demons. I don't think. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think it's a UFO like an alien. I don't think that.
Mm-hmm.
Now the drones, I don't know. I mean, we haven't heard any drones flying around. I haven't
Yeah,
seen any.
they were huge. Like what, November, and then it's just like that.
Mhm.
They're gone. It's like what
See, I
the.
wish they were here when the weather was nice so we could have saw them outside. So I'm not going to 20 below zero. Yeah, I don't know. I think, and then people were talking about this meteor that's coming soon. I forget the name of it.
31 Atlas. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody that people on YouTube and not YouTube per se, but TikTok are saying that they're talking to the Federation, Galactic Federation, and they're saying that there's a mothership. It's a mothership coming.
Right.
And then you hear Bashar talking about that too. But then Bashar said, "Well, they're coming soon, but not that soon." So I don't know.
I don't know, but I don't know. It's just, it's a weird time we live in. And I mean, just watch this video. This is crazy. This thing is booking across the ocean surface.
I know that's crazy.
And you have one drone that's tracking it.
Look
You have
how
another
fast it
drone.
is.
Yeah. What? Boom. Skims past it. And I want to point something out because another guy who's on our show, he's a, I got several veterans on my show. They claim literally this point here, it doesn't detonate when it hits this thing.
So it's very powerful and has some kind of a
Force field or
force
something.
field
Yeah.
protection.
Something that like
That's what we're dealing with.
this is what we're dealing with. It cancels out the detonation. And if you also watch last minute, you watch this missile, it curves to the left like something pushes it like right there, and it barely skims this thing. This thing drops like three little like orbs or maybe shrapnel or something like that.
Now, if this was a manned, I don't know what you want to call it, wouldn't it retaliate and shoot back if it was something hostile?
It would. I mean, if you're talking about you have a drone up here is tracking you, and a drone is firing the Hellfire missile, which the Hellfire missile is one of the deadliest non-nuclear weapons in U.S. military arsenal, it would fire back and try and stop another one from being launched. But
Hmm.
it does it. It just skims right through like
Yeah,
nothing happens.
it just skims right through. I don't
It,
know, but whatever it is to me, we're in trouble if we don't figure out what they are, who is doing this,
mm,
and make sure it's not, a foreign adversary. We don't. They don't even know for sure. I mean, it could be Russia. We don't know because they don't tell us, and I don't know why they treat us like children. It's just
yeah, but yet Russia, when they get like nuclear materials and weapons and whatnot, they have mistakes too. I mean, look at Chernobyl. I
oh yeah.
mean, I don't know. It's a horrifying situation. What do you think? Watch it. The mothership that's coming down here. It's the mothership for that ship, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, you put a dent in our saucer. We want your insurance company."
Yeah, really.
What do you think they're doing here?
I think they've always been here. I think that they put us here. That
Hmm.
that's what I think. No.
I well, they've been here for a long time. If you look back at like ancient history, they talk about them all the
Yeah, it's all
time.
over the caves, and even in when you get to the Renaissance, era, they have them in the paintings, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't know. I think they've always been here, and a lot of people think that the Sumerians are really they were from outer space, and that's what actually we're from. But then it changed. People think, well, what does that mean about Christianity? And I had a long discussion with, oh gosh, we had a panel a few years ago. We were discussing, like, my thoughts are if you're a Christian, it changes how you feel about creation. But I said it doesn't for me because when I look at it, and back in Genesis, when God created the heavens and the earth, and when he was lonely, he didn't have anybody to talk to. He wanted to create man in his image, but before he did that, he was creating. He said, "I want a friend. I want someone to talk to." So he would create these beings, and he's not. I'm not happy with that. And this is my theory.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of destroying what he made, he just stuck them in a different part of the universe that he made, and he kept on doing it until he still wasn't satisfied. He put another one, and he still finally on the sixth day, I think it was, he's decided I'm going to make man in my image, and that's what he created us, and he put us on Earth, on this part of the solar system or universe. That's my theory. That's what they are, just different creatures that God created, but he didn't know where to put them.
I tend to think. Well, I mean, the Bible says there are other life forms out in the universe. I mean, as a Christian man, I want to know too. You know, it's not. The Bible refers to it. It's referred to it in Genesis. It's referred to it in another part of the Bible. It's referred to in multiple times. But it's like I think what you're saying there, what you think they are, I think you're pretty spot on.
That's what I think. And when Jesus ascended into heaven, okay, that's why we look up to the stars, and that's heaven or wherever is on another dimension out there or a different part of the universe, far,
Mm-hmm.
far away. And that's what, he actually went up, just like UFOs have the light beams that pick people up and they go up. Same thing.
Right.
That's my theory. I still believe Jesus Christ. I just think he's out there. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. It's. I think Jesus is just the I think it's like you have species of aliens out there. There's one theory going around I heard which is really interesting, and they used it in a movie where the beings are coming to Earth because they're looking for the genesis point of the universe, and they think the genesis point of the universe started with Jesus.
Yeah.
And the whole theory that we were put on this planet by the aliens, that's been a theory going around since the 90s when we first launched the first probes to Mars and started getting some of those images back.
It's just another dimension. That's what heaven is, another dimension. And when we die, we go to a different dimension. But we can communicate, and a lot of these paranormal things are from the other dimension. There's hundreds of dimensions. I don't even know how many dimensions there are. There's all these different dimensions and realities and portals, and they are right here with us, and that's why ghost hunting is so fascinating because I'm sitting right here, but those other people from the veil is so thin they can look in and see us.
Mm-hmm.
So and they can communicate with us. So
Yeah, the ghost hunting. I loved ghost hunting. We quit doing it for a while. But I'm trying to get it set back up to where we can start doing it again. But not a lot of people are into it nowadays.
yeah, because it's I don't know, it's a little
They
depressing sometimes.
Yeah, they still look at it as if like it's taboo, like a taboo science.
Yeah, I don't. I communicate with my family and my dog all the time, but I have a problem, and that's a lot about chasing prophecy. I have because my faith is really strong right now because I have another podcast called Pages of Faith. I haven't done it in a while. I
Mm-hmm.
took kind of a time off in June when my dog got sick, got cancer. So
Oh.
yeah, and I just wanted to spend much time as I could with her, and she passed away in June 28th. So I was very depressed,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to do my Pages of Faith. I didn't want to do Chasing Prophecies. I didn't want to do my books. I didn't do. I mean, I had 3 podcasts. I had Chasing Prophecy, Pages of Faith, and the Real Talk, which is real like movies. I did movie reviews, downstreaming, streaming movies, and I'm starting up again. So this is like it's been a while since I was. Let's see, I had 2 shows so far. This coming back, so my whole September, October will be pretty booked. Um, but you know what I mean. I took summer off, and I don't want to do that again because I lost viewers. You know, I should have played old ones. I don't know why I didn't. I was just too. I was like living in limbo without my dog. Then I went and got another one, like a nut. I got a puppy, which is so much work.
Yeah, they're a lot of work. That's what we have is a puppy, and he just got fixed, and he does not like the medicine, even though the vet said it's like I tell you before he went live. He doesn't like the medicine, but
It's a gel liquid. I would stick it in something like if you could squeeze it in cheese, cream cheese or something like that.
ooh,
That's
that's a
what
good idea.
my dog loved cream cheese.
That's a good idea. Sarah Beth Givens, who is one of our listeners, who's one of our prominent listeners, she says last night was at work, was fun at work, saw something on the baby cam, and after a couple hours, it went away. Then when I was talking to the manager about it, saying the ghost left because I knew it, I saw it. Then 2 packages of diapers flew off the shelf.
Oh my.
I went outside and showed the manager the baby cam and pointed out the face, and he saw it. Then later, when it was gone, I told him it isn't there, and he said, that is weird. I showed him, and he said, yep, it's gone. So she says she works at, I guess the job she works at is really, really haunted.
Oh,
So
scary.
what is the one thing as far as the paranormal goes that you don't believe in? Like, it's like you hear that and you're like, I don't know about that one.
Oh, the little elementals and fairy stuff. In the paranormal, I really don't know if I believe in fairies.
And the fairy one, that's where'd that come from? It's like I don't know where the whole fairies and all that stuff. It's like that's like mermaids. I'm not sure that's real.
Yeah, uh, I don't know. There's a lot of creepy things at night, but like they come out at night and they I don't know. Sean Kelly is into that. He's with Into the Night. He was one of my old co-hosts.
Hmm.
I don't know. That's one thing I don't know if I believe in is the fairies.
Yeah, the fairies, the mermaids. I can't believe in
Yeah.
mermaids.
Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, that one hurts me because I love dinosaurs. I'm a huge paleo
Oh yeah,
junkie.
I used to love dinosaurs. When I was
Oh
a
my god! And when I was a kid, I thought, oh, I want it to be a plesiosaur. I want, and then now you grow up later, you're like, I don't think it's something. I think it's a sturgeon or something.
well, I believe there was dinosaurs.
Oh
They have
yeah.
fossils.
Well, I mean, I'm talking like what the Loch Ness monster is. Everybody says it's a dinosaur, but I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Another. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I don't believe it.
I don't know. The other one I don't really believe in. It drives me nuts. the flat Earth shit.
Oh no, there we go. I'm believing flat Earth.
Oh no, no. Okay, I gotta ask because I I don't like it, but I can't discredit it because look at all the stuff I believe in.
I wouldn't go as far as say that it's a flat Earth. Maybe like a sphere,
Mm-hmm.
but not round like a ball. And then there's that big Hitler was I think he believed in flat Earth because he wanted to find out what was over Antarctica, and they said that's where the edge was.
Right.
And you don't. There's a treaty that you can't go there.
Mm-hmm.
So why are they hiding it? What It's so interesting. Yeah, I got hooked on flat Earth when I had one of the guys. I forget his name. He was on my show, and we talked, and he had me pretty much convinced. He had all this data, and I can't for the life of me even think what it is now. But I don't know. I don't believe it's round, completely like a ball, like this. I don't. Sorry, this is my Mr. Projector. He's on my show. I'll turn you off. Okay, this is really not because there's not the bottom, but it's like I
Right.
don't think that it's. I don't know. I think it's more. Wish I had something here I could show you, like a piece of paper. That if you take a piece of paper and if it was round, it had more like a sort of. It's too hard to explain. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel I don't know. I'm fascinated with the flat earthers.
Would you say it's more like maybe oval shape, perhaps?
Not oval shape, more like a sphere. Like I know Earth is round like it's a ball. To me, they say
Uh-huh.
a sphere, but it's not. It's more. I wish I could. Wonder if I can find the guy. Let me see if I can locate his. Let me see. Oh, my thing just came out of my ear.
Oh, your earbud.
Oh
Sorry.
my God, these things don't stay in anymore. Okay, let's see. Flat Earth. This one, I was going to do a book on it, but I didn't. Flat Earth information. Okay, here we go. Where is it? It's really interesting stuff. It disappeared right now. I, I don't know. I found it fascinating with it. That's all.
Have you ever heard of the Berg expedition?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was. That was going to pull some. Yeah, I think that was it. That's really interesting.
Yeah. One of the ships in that expedition was the USS Philippine Sea, a ship that my grandfather had joined 3 years after that expedition.
Wow.
And he said that he told me once, he's like, yeah, the flight deck was extended a little bit. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, they extended it after or not the flight deck, the ship was extended a little more. I'm like, why'd they do that? He said, well, they went in for a refit after it went up to Antarctica. And I'm like, people say that thing got attacked up there by UFOs, did it? He goes, I don't know, but all I know it was bigger than what I thought it was going to be.
Hmm.
So,
I'm going to see if I can share this with you. Let me see if it'll let me do it.
okay.
Yeah, here it is. That's what I mean by a sphere. Like it's like it's not
Okay.
completely. And he has so much stuff on here. This is the guy. I love him right here. You
Flat
should
Earth Archive.
get him on your show. His
Shout out
stuff,
to Flat Earth Archive.
yeah,
What
it definitely get him on because he can explain so much. I can't explain it because he explains what he got me hooked on this. He's talking about the
so
GP.
so this guy explained it to you and made you a believer, huh?
Yeah. I wish I had the video he showed me. Yeah, I totally. He's really interesting. I'll see it on here. There's so much stuff.
Huh.
I can't. He has all this stuff about Charlie Kirk on here now.
Yeah, that was a horrible situation.
Oh my god, I'm so upset about it.
Yeah.
It's really
For
bad.
my documentary entitled
This-
Let's Talk About Gravity and What Determines Up and Down. I uploaded the full presentation a few days ago, and the link will be in the
5
description.
minutes, but watch it when you have time.
But they needed more than
Okay.
fabricated properties
He gets you
attached to unreachable
figure out
sled.
what's going on. But it's really interesting stuff.
So what do you think? Okay, so if the Earth is like, from what it looks like from that photo, you believe it's like almost coin shaped,
Oops,
for
sorry.
example.
Yeah.
Kind of like that right there, I would say. Would you say there might be something underneath it? Maybe another civilization?
No, a
or-
lot of people like I totally believe that there is aliens over there.
Ah, okay.
There's something over there. I don't know. It goes back to the X-Files movie. I don't know if anybody watched that, but they were in Antarctica, I believe, in one of the movies.
Yeah, that was.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, X-Files is my shit. My fiance is like, you need to watch Supernatural. I'm like, I've seen X-Files. That's the best you can get. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I we used to, me and Tom Callway, my other co-host, we would watch it and then we would do a show on. There was like 6 or 7 that are based on real events.
Mhm.
Going back to Project Blue Book, Paperclip, you name it. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I miss the X-Files. That was good shit back then. Sunday night when you heard that creepy
Oh.
X-Files theme come on, you were glued to the seat, and you weren't getting up.
Yeah, they're making another one, and I do believe that David and what's her name? Oh, come on, what Julian Anderson are going
Yeah.
to be cameos, but I don't think they're going to be playing a big part in it. So it should be really interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm not too sure about it because I also found out where it's going to be broadcasted on. It's going to be on Disney Plus, and I'm like,
if it was on MGM, I'd say because they have some really good shows like The From, and well, I'm not really fond of Stephen King anymore, so I was watching The Institute, but I don't know if I'll be watching the 2nd season of it.
the last good TV series. I haven't watched TV in a long time because I mostly read books,
Mm-hmm.
and I obviously I do a lot of podcasts.
You should read my books.
What's your books? I'll read a book, sure.
Well, I have a trilogy called From the Sky, which is geared for young adults, but the prequel is more adult. And it's
Okay.
called Moon Dust. Like From the Sky is the first book in the series, and there's Equinox, and each book goes up in age, because I started with the young adult, From the Sky, then Equinox is a little bit more mature. Aurora's Curtain is more like new adult, like 22 to 30, and then from Moon Dust is for all ages, basically, but it's geared towards adults. It's more like an historical. Those are some of my books. Those aren't all, but
See,
because
are they?
they're,
There we go.
excuse me. So that's From the Sky. Aurora's Curtain Equinox should be ahead of Aurora's Curtain, and I don't know why Moon Dust is that. Moon Dust was just released last year, and it's only an ebook, and it's probably going to stay an ebook. But it's Moon Dust, and that's a lot of espionage, history. It starts off in 1938, and it goes to the 40s with Roswell.
Ooh, I'm definitely getting those on my Kindle.
I don't have any reviews on Moon Dust. Put Moon Dust and put my name in there and see if it comes up. It would be J.E. That series is I use J.E. Nicassio. I don't use Jennie because I have children's books that are.
Okay. So that's why I'm seeing a few.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The children's books is Rocky the Rockefeller Christmas Tree and Louis Joseph. So Rocky is about a little Christmas tree, that wants to be the big tree in New York City.
You said what's a Moon Dust?
Moon Dust. and put J E Nicassio.
J E
Nicassio.
Nicassio. That's a kick-ass name, by the way.
Italian, not name.
It's an Italian name.
My last name is my first name is German. Okay, this one, I don't even have any reviews on this one because it's so new. But that is a fast read, and it is about Jordan Foster. He's an astrophysicist who you have to read the book. I don't want to spoil the first book if you want to read it. But this is all about Project Blue Book, espionage, Area 51. It's really cool, and I did a lot of research on it.
Right up my alley. Right up my alley. I love it.
Short read. I think it's only like 54,000 words.
Well, once I get done with the books I'm reading currently, I'm definitely going to go. I'm going to go on a Moondust and Jennie Nicassio binge. I'm going to get them all.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, can I? Oh, that's the Kindle's upstairs. I'll have to get it later. So you've been writing books. Do you have any other books that are coming up soon?
Well, I'm writing a historical romance, but I'm using my pen name too. I have a pen name. My pen name is Genevieve Marcus.
Genevieve Marcus.
Yeah, that's my pen name. And that's going to be, I'm going to do a lot of historical romance based on true areas. The one I'm working on now is the John Irwin house. And it goes back, it's in the 1800s. And then the next one I'm going to be writing about Gettysburg.
Ooh.
So I'm in this, I love history and I love paranormal, but I love romance too. So I might put a little bit of my second one, the one about Gettysburg, is going to have a little bit of reincarnation in it. So it's going to be a really paranormal romance, paranormal historical romance.
So
I don't really enjoy writing contemporary, but my first trilogy was all contemporary.
So you're gonna have me getting some of your books, and sounds like you're gonna get my fiance getting some of your books because
she would love. I don't know what she liked, but From the Sky is a romance. People used to say it's aliens. It's Twilight with aliens. I don't know if she was a Twilight fan.
I don't think she's a Twilight fan, but I know she loves romance books.
Vampire Diaries, something like that.
She likes those kind of books. She likes the book she's reading right now, I think, is one where the guy, she told me about this the other day. One book she read was where the woman falls in love with a werewolf, and the werewolf introduces her to the rest of the pack, and the rest of the pack is like, "Hey, who's this woman?" The werewolf's like, "No, stay away from me." Or stay away from her.
I read once. I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name.
Yeah,
I was trying to get into the fairy books everybody was reading, Sarah Myas. I just couldn't do it. I'm not into fairies. But I am reading The Hobbit. And my son was mad at me. He goes, I can't believe you ever read The Hobbit. Because he's a big... I'm going to read The Hobbit, then I'm going to read Lord of the Rings. I took him to see Lord of the Rings when he was a little kid. But I never read the book. I fell asleep in the movie theater. It was 3 hours long.
I am not... obviously, from my background, you see my choice of science fiction. I'll pull it up for you so you can see. You see my choice.
Star Wars.
It's Transformers.
Yeah. You like Transformers? Okay.
I do. I like science fiction, and I know she doesn't like Twilight. That's my fiance right there. I like science. What's that?
She's like Twilight. I wasn't really fond of Twilight either, but mine are aliens.
No, I prefer more science fiction as opposed to Star Wars, Star Trek, Transformers, obviously.
You like core sci-fi?
Yeah, I do. I like the laser blast.
Softer sci-fi.
Yep. I will say this much though: if you're ever gonna go see a movie, I went and I saw, what was the movie that tripped me the hell out? Friend of mine, she had me take. I think it was like. It wasn't one of the Harry Potters, but it was something along those lines. And my friend was like, she knew I'd been stressed out, so she gave me a weed gummy.
Oh,
And
God.
you want to talk about having a panic attack in the middle of
I
one of
had,
the final?
you don't take those ever, like if you're going to a movie or going to the dentist. I did that. I had to stop in the middle of getting my tooth drilled, and I almost left. And I thought it was going to calm me down, not make me have an anxiety attack.
Yeah, I was sitting there watching this movie, and I'm like, this final battle's going on, and I'm like, oh my God. And I asked my friend, I'm like, what did you give me? You said that was a 10 milligram. And she goes, I gave you a 200 milligram dipped in hash oil.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm sitting there, we're done with the movie. I am covered in sweat, and I'm like, why did you do this to me?
Oh, geez, that's not fun.
No, it's
So I
not.
don't do the gummies anymore. I just do the creams, the lotions for like pain. But I don't do gummies anymore. No, not my cup of tea.
I know that the gummies are fine, but I can't do the vapes or the
I don't want
actual.
to smoke it either.
No, I can't, which is horrible because I already smoke cigarettes.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's a habit I picked up from the military. It's one of those things where you're like,
You gotta quit.
I know I have to. I really have to. But the funny
I
thing
used
too
to
is,
smoke a pot. I used to smoke a pack a day back in the, geez, really long time ago.
mm,
I quit that.
the thing with me is like whenever I do a weed gummy and I get that buzz going on, I don't want a cigarette.
Well, maybe
So,
that's better. Maybe you should just do the weed gummies for a while to get off.
well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like, maybe I just need to spend like it takes like what 2 months to get over an addiction, 6 months being stone straight.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Oh, I don't know. So, what do you have next in store for your podcast? Your podcast, you're part of the Oracle Talk Radio Network.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know yet because I don't know if I don't know if Chasing Properties run his course. I mean, I got a new co-host. I was looking for another co-host to he kind of blew us off. I mean, he kept on canceling. He said he
Mm,
couldn't get into StreamYard, so I told him, you know what, it's okay. You can go your way. And I said, best of luck. So I was looking for another one, or I talked to Eric Jackson, who's my co-host. Tom Qualway he's part of it, but he's going to be out of the picture till February. Um, I don't know if I should just rebrand it and start over, or just keep going and try to, we had a lot of problems. Chasing Prophecy's been through a lot of changes. Back when I had Jason Ian and Sean Kelly, and there was a big rift between the two guys, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So I told them they both had to leave.
mm-hmm.
And then I took off time, and then I couldn't find every co-host I had has been giving me an issue. So I didn't know if it was time for me just to rebrand, get a new name, get a new, logo. So I don't know. I mean, I have guests lined up. I don't know if I
Well,
should just rebrand or what.
I definitely love listening to your show. I'll put it on the background. I'll be working on something. I'll listen to it. You see me come in. I always pop in,
Yeah.
sharing the love
Yeah.
tonight. I think as long as you still got to drive, you just got to keep going. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah. Well, this has been going on. It's not like it's been off. We started in 2018. When I was with UPRN, our numbers were skyrocketed. And then when Jason left, there was a fight between the guys, and there was Michael Anthony and Sean didn't get along. So it was like these guys had so much drama. So it's like kind of rolling it. So I'm starting up. I don't know if I should just, I told Eric Jackson if he wants to rebrand, name it something else. Okay. Otherwise, I don't know if I should just wait for Tom to come back. So I don't know.
Well, give me 1 second.
Where do you stream from?
I stream from Central Illinois. we've been on the air now for like about 2-3 years. We're actually up for the Illinois Times Best Podcast Award.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, which we have tried to get that for years. We've tried to get that. We always lose to the big podcast, which is Ray Lytle. Ray Lytle's Born Disaster.
Yeah.
But we're just plugging away, enjoying ourselves. We do a lot of things for charity.
Nice.
We do.
So do you do Rumble? Are you streaming on a different platform than Stream? Or are you doing a Patreon podcast?
No, we don't do anything like that. We literally have no idea what we're doing with this podcast. With our net, with the Best Damn Podcast, we're just learning as we go. I know a lot of people said go on Apple Podcasts or go on Spotify, and
I'm on all those, but it doesn't really make a difference because if they just Google you, they'll find you. I mean, you can be on we're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, Podbeam, Amazon. We used to be on Roku. It doesn't really matter. I mean,
it is so hard once you hit like a glass ceiling. We've noticed this with a bunch of other podcasts. It is so hard. Yeah, it's so hard. You got to bust through that glass ceiling. And it's like, damn, you see a lot of shows they get to drive. They're like, we're going to be the next Joe Rogan, the next Ben Shapiro, all that stuff. And then it's like they get going and they're doing good and they're hitting it. And it's like they hit that glass ceiling and they got to hit it over and over.
Yeah, and the thing with Joe Rogan, he used to be a wrestler. I mean, I like Megyn Kelly. She used to be on Fox News. I can't compete with those people. I wasn't on the.
Oh no,
I'm not a celebrity. I'm just Jenny from from Pittsburgh. Jenny from the block. I can't compete with them, but my numbers on SoundCloud were like 350,000 downloads, but I didn't get to see a penny of that.
Oof. Well, I mean, you also got to consider too the way your show is. This is the way I listen to it. Okay, the way I listen to it, your show could really be like the next Coast to Coast with Art Bell. Which, if you remember those days with Art Bell, you tune in, you get there early in the morning, you're listening to it. Some of the stuff he would talk about on that show. And he wasn't really a big paranormal believer at first. It's just people started calling in and telling him this stuff. And it converted him to being, into the paranormal. Yeah. But it's so hard to find an audience for stuff like that when you have so many.
It's like overflown.
Oh, yeah. It very much is. You have podcasts all over the place. You have hundreds of comedy podcasts.
Do you know which podcast was doing really well and I slumped out of it? Was my faith-based one. That was really. I was getting a lot of views on my short videos and my videos compared to Chasing Prophecy, and we're talking 20,000 views every single day. And to me, that's a lot compared to, I think my last one was like 8,000. I mean, nothing to, ring the bell back, but it's just, it's like I don't know. And people aren't, their attention span is so limited. They don't want, I used to do a 3-hour podcast. I hated it. I was falling asleep. I was like slurring my words. And my co-host Dawn said, Jenny, you okay? I said, I'm tired. I don't, I have to get off. An hour is pushing it for me. My throat's starting to get raspy because I have Sjogren's. I don't know if you know what that is. It's an autoimmune disease.
Ooh.
You don't have it. Yeah. I have a couple of them. So that's why I can only do hour podcasts. Otherwise
yeah, we're getting ready
I do other stuff. I'm an artist too. I paint. I write.
You're an artist. You are a very creative person. And in my opinion, do the podcast the way you feel works best for you. I mean, you're getting these thousands of downloads. We're lucky if we break 500 when we do views on YouTube or Facebook. So
that's the way it used to be on YouTube. I think my last one was 8,000 last week.
Oh, really?
I think. Let me look. I don't remember. I don't keep track of it that much, but usually YouTube sends me something. They do. I don't know if they do that with you. They send you an analytical thing.
Yeah, they do with us. Hang on a second. We got
Okay, this is the wrong one. Like I said, I have 3. I got to switch accounts. And Oracle, they're back up. They're looking for podcasts. So let's see.
Yeah, we got approached by Oracle a while back, but we're like, we're just starting out. We don't really have the money to pay for that.
We're not charging anymore until Tom comes back. And he's out until February. Okay, when was yesterday's? I don't even know how to find it. It's like, where's last week's? No, last night's was horrible. Oh, I should take it off because everybody canceled on me. I hate that so bad. When they cancel, the guest canceled because he thought I was going to talk about Charlie Kirk. And I said, I never said I was going to talk about Charlie. And what if I did? What does that have to do with anything?
Well, we had a podcast that was trying to, when we covered Charlie Kirk Wednesday, we talked about it and we said, we talked about it and we said we were tired of the political heat, this political dogma facing the country, which there is. I have friends I'm down the middle. I don't care for Biden. I don't care for Trump, but I will make fun of both of them when they mess up and I will praise both of them when they do something good.
Yeah.
But we talked about it Wednesday, the political dogma, the whole left versus right, you're with us or against us thing. It's become a cancer in this country. And we were upset that there were people calling for violence.
Oh, I know.
And then there were people people celebrating that this guy died. This guy's 31 years old. His wife was just widowed. His 2 kids are now never going to see him again in this realm of existence. And there was another podcast that I went on. I corrected them. Look, we never said this. We said we are tired of the hostilities and everybody's agree to disagree.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. And it's like this political dogma is just terrible.
It's just terrible. It's terrible. I don't know. So last week's was terrible. Now last week when I had what was his name? Sean? I can't remember.
I think it was Sean, yeah.
It was 6,000 downloads on or plays on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Then last week's was 16. You know what I mean? It's like I don't understand it. It's like I don't know. But whatever. I don't know. I mean, if I go way back when we were doing really good, there were like a lot of downloads and a lot of plays. But lately, I don't know.
Well, and it's like you said, the podcast market.
It's over. It's flooded.
It's flooded. Everybody's getting a podcast. So you can find podcasts about comedy. You can find podcasts about the paranormal. You can find podcasts about. There's podcasts about. I think one I saw was woolly worms, which I'm like, how is that? There's podcasts out there making fun of other podcasts. It's like, Jesus, is this
terrible?
Oh yeah, and they hit us. So the only good joke they made, as a comedian, I'm sitting there listening to them. I'm like, these guys are so bad with their jokes, and they're sitting there saying, "Look at all the Robotech that Tyler has behind his back." I'm like, are you kidding? You could have said those were fucking GoBots. That would have been more fun. It would have been much more funnier. Now everybody's saying these are GoBots back here, but the market is so saturated. It seems.
If you want to make money on like YouTube or grow followers, I suggest I'm going to go back doing shorts because my shorts were really bringing in a lot, like 18K views on one little 3-second, 20-second video instead of putting out an hour-long podcast. No one listens. They drop off at 15 minutes. But well, it's been fun.
Yep, I know you got to get going. We said we'd only get an hour going, so let's go ahead and hit that music. To all of you in the Best Damn Nation, I agree. Fucking Kermit. To all of you in the Best Damn Nation, please go over and subscribe to Chasing Prophecy. That is a great paranormal show. Tell Jenny that the Best Damn Podcast was sharing the love. I'm gonna quit singing like a horrible 80s music. There's people who listen to the 80s music and they're like, what the hell? So All right. Well, Jenny, I have looked forward to this for so long. I am sorry we were late. I'm sorry about all that, but Jenny, it's been an honor. Go check out her
Thanks
book.
for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Go check out her books and go check out Chasing Prophecy. What's your next episode?
Thursday, 8 p.m.
Thursdays at 8 p.m. Go check it out. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say it's 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern.
That's right. 8 p.m. Eastern. She's in
Eastern.
Pennsylvania. This was a problem we had because I forgot about time zones. My dumbass forgot about time zones. So, but go share the love. Go check them out. Tell them the Best Damn Podcast sent you. And
Thanks
we will
for having me, Tyler.
thank you for coming on, Jenny. And we will see you guys on the next interview with Kaiju Kingdom coming up shortly later tonight around 9ish. Till then, you guys have a good weekend. Take her easy. So long, everybody.